Hi, it's more robots and good. Right. We'll start off with upgrades. I think it's been ages since I've done one of these, and it'll probably be ages until I do the next one. But we plough on. Upgrades. We'll start off with this one, which is a very basic upgrade, but the Hexbug Witch Doctor Mark, whatever. Just didn't really work, did it? The front plough thing was out too far, so the spinner didn't have enough reach to hit anything, which was very annoying. So I have customised it and made this. This is my take on the 2019 look for Witch Doctor. So these armour panels are attached to the main body. It's all glued, nothing's falling off unless it's really badly damaged. The back panel is glued on as well, and even the rib cage is glued on, and I've actually cut down the rib cage to match the 2019 look. The Shremek still works as much as it ever did. This is going to be sort of a fan-made Robot Wars Witch Doctor, so it's going to be pushed around mainly. Yeah, that's Witch Doctor. Liking that. Next we have Storm 2, and you may be thinking, Storm 2? Doesn't really need upgrading. Well, you're wrong. It needed a lot of upgrading. I heard I'd made a blunder whereby some of it was not all that well put together. In a test fight I did after Grand Slam 2, everything just came apart, and it was a real shame. So I took it all apart. I've made it thinner as well, which is quite good. But yeah, Storm 2 is back. I need to repaint the S of Storm on the top there, but yeah, it's changed a little bit more because the front wedge should now be able to get underneath things. As you can see, it's very low to the ground and juts out a little bit further than the front of the machine. So there's Storm 2. It's got a little bit of a red thing going on at the back. I've changed the back bits as well. It's all a lot more sleek, but it still operates the same as it always used to. Just arguably better, which can't be bad because, you know, but it can't. Next up we have Rapid, and if you watched my workshop repairs video thing that I did, very strange that one, that you'll have seen this already. This is the new Rapid with the very shiny, blind you, the very shiny front wedge. Very cool. Like the way this came out, a lot more sturdy than it used to be. Just so much better. Gotta love a bit of Rapid. Yeah, not much else I can say about it. Very nice. Androne 4000 has been rebuilt. I've made it smaller. It was too wide. Probably the right, what's that way? Length? Yeah, let's say length. There's a lot of dust on it. Dear oh dear. But yeah, this is Androne, and I've even painted on the little Androne things. It all works the same as it used to. Again, if not better, because I've adjusted the front wedges as well, so they should get underneath things better. They look better, apart from anything else. The sides have, I believe, been glued this time, as opposed to just being stuck on with bricks, because, let's be honest, that's a bit rubbish otherwise. It would have just fallen apart. The Shremek still works, and the Crusher still works, so yeah, Androne, it's still a thing. And then lastly, out of the redesigns and rebuilds, well, sort of, is Dynamic, which used to be a very small four-wheel drive pusher, and it fell apart a lot because it wasn't very well constructed. Now it's constructed a lot better, and it's a lot more beefy, and is a front hinge flipper. Has a little thing on the top. It's got a self-righter, really. I like it. It wasn't invertible before, it is now. And, well, it's not invertible, it's got a self-righter. But yeah, it just works a lot better. Still not very low ground clearance on it, which could be problematic. But, you know, we'll see. We'll see. So that's dynamic. Right, I have rebuilt some other things, but I'm classing them as new because they are. We start with Fluffy, which has had a complete rebuild. Here is the new Fluffy. So, new bigger wheels, the same spinner as always was on there. I've fixed the spinner as well, which is good, because it didn't used to work if it was upside down. Now it does. And yeah, it's just all rebuilt, all new. And I like it. It's cool. It's bigger than it used to be. It spins very nicely. Fluffy. Lovely. I suppose we should go into sort of 3D printed stuff briefly, because there are 3 robots that I've had 3D printed. 2 by the wonderful JP over at Team Regicide. And remember, if you want to commission your own build, go and see him over there. And we'll start with those. So we have Aftershock. There it is. The new one, Extreme Robots looking one. Doesn't spin for as long as the old one. It does, however, self-right, the sort of boink thing. And let's face it, it's going to self-right anyway, because it's the Extreme Robots one, and the Extreme Robots one can self-right after just doing that for ages, going boink. There we go. But yeah, there is the new Aftershock, 3D printed. Very happy with this. Looking forward to getting it in the arena. The other one that I've had 3D printed from JP is Big Nipper. I wasn't really happy with my Big Nipper. It didn't look like Big Nipper, let's be honest. It looked like a bad clone of it. So now I have a robot that does look like Big Nipper because it's Big Nipper. And this is really cool. It's got the pincers that open and close like so, and obviously do the whole lifting thing, and can also do that this way if they so choose. The other cool thing about this is, if I get, what do I usually use? Oh, one of them. If I get the right implement to do it, that's not the right implement to do it. Keys? I've got keys. Let's go with keys. We're nearly there. I don't remember how I usually do this. Is it with a pen or pencil? Let's try a pen. Well, anyway, there we go. If I take out the thing in the middle, excuse my teeth. There we go. Take this out. You can take out this section and replace it with the vertical spinner setup, which again is bleeding awesome. Just get it through there. There we go. And there we have the Vert Big Nipper with its spinner, which is just cool. Gonna go and smack up some crackers and smash. Yeah, very, very cool, JP. Absolutely love these. I do plan on maybe painting them up, just to have the words Big Nipper down them, or I might leave it as is. I haven't quite decided yet. We'll see. The other one is Thermador 2, which Jimmy Cottam and I have been working on since Robo Nerd last year, and as it's nearly Robo Nerd this year, I thought it's probably best time to show it off. Here is the new Thermador. It's a 3D print with Lego wheels. I've added this bit at the front as well. It's very shiny as well. Added this little bit at the front just to get a lower ground clearance on it. Yeah, the wheels work and the flipper works as well, like so. It's a very cool model, and I really, really like it. I can't wait again to get this in the arena and fighting, because I love it. I was going to call it Thermador 3, but I think it is a model of Thermador 2 when all said and done, so it's going to be Thermador 2. They just brought back a new version, like they always did. Simple. Done. Good. What happened with the old Big Nipper, though? Because I've retired it, and I've used the parts for something else. This is VOD, Vision of Destruction, and it is the first shooting robot I have built in fan-made Robot Wars. It is a big cannon. Yay. It's got some wedgelets on the front. It's not invertible. It's probably not going to do very well, but it's fun. It's a fun little cannon bot. The other name for it, I think, is cannon fodder, and I can't decide if that's better. I think it might be, although it's very on the nose. Another robot I rebuilt was I've discontinued actually my version of Panzer Wraith because it didn't look like Panzer Wraith, let's be honest. And I've rebuilt it with smaller tracks and given it a full overhaul, really. Here it is. It's a little thing, and it is called Viva la Vida, and that is because Coldplay, and I love Coldplay. But the best thing about this is it has interchangeable weaponry, so I can take off the vert. He says, not being able to take off the vert. There we go. So there's the vertical spinner, which is a wheel, and we shall attach the axe attachment. First of all, shall we? Yeah, let's do that. Good idea, John. So let's attach that. And there we go. Viva la Vida, axe bot. The axe flies quite a long way over. But, pretty cool. Tractor axe bot. Like it. Pow. But, that's not all, because it has another different attachment. And for this one, these bits stay there, and then you get to this bit. Ooh, and you attach it, and you have Viva la Vida flipper. It has a little flipping section at the front, sort of like what's it called? Ducky from RWA was the inspiration behind this flipper. So there you go, little flippy version of Viva la Vida. So they are fully interchangeable weapon bot. Like it, very cool, very cool. Firebird is a robot that I retired. It was horrible, didn't really like it. It had two weapons. It had a flipper at the front, like a tiny little thing, and a really awful hammer that just used to fall off all the time. So I scrapped all that, and I've rebuilt it, given it tracks, and this is the new Firebird with a grabber lifter setup, which is really cool. The tracks both work. Round they go, round. Yeah, it's pretty awesome. I like it. It's a bit floppy, but that won't matter when it's on a flat surface. Firebird. Grab, and lift, and release, and down. Cool. Good stuff. Last Lego robot, or last sort of push-along robot, is Stratospheric, which is a middleweight robot designed to look like so there's a robot in Grand Slam Series 2 called Orbital, and this is the middleweight for that team, so Stratospheric. And here it is. It's very cool. Orbital is like a inspired by Apollo build, so this is also an inspired by Apollo build. It has a flipper, pretty powerful flipper. Yeah, I really like this. It came out super well. Very strong, very sturdy. Can't go wrong, really. Got little wheels. Can do the thing. Can do the sort of lift off position if it stands like that. Whoosh, off it goes. Sort of in between a fighter jet and a rocket. That was my idea. Stratospheric. Nice. Right. I'm starting to build remote control robots again. Because, you know, why not? So I've fixed up... I'll just bring the box into view. I've fixed up these four. We have Yoton, which needed a bit of repainting after the Interhouse event. We have Behemoth, which needed some structural reinforcements up the top. So that's a lot more sturdy. And I've repainted it silver. I've painted it silver. In fact, just the whole top section is silver now. We have Carbide, needed a solid repaint. It had chipped in a lot of places, so there's the repainted Carbide. And Apex did what Apex does, and the spinner came off, so I've reattached the spinner. As you can see, it's on, and I've attached it with I think I've done it with a mix of hot melt glue and what's the other thing called? Not Gorilla Glue, Loctite. That's it. Either that or I've just tacked it with Loctite. But yeah, hopefully it stays on better this time. I see no reason why it shouldn't, but then again it is Apex, so you know. Anyway, I've built 2 new robots so far, more on the way, and I'll tell you those plans in a little minute. So first up we have Can Opener, because the Hexbug Axe set came with like claws, and I thought, looks like Can Opener. So I built Can Opener. There's a bit of connects at the back to do the rear spike. It is a modular robot with the pincers, which if you drive into supposedly fold in. They might not do that anymore because, you know, but it looks like Can Opener, and that's what matters. Put some bigger wheels on it. Not sure if it's invertible. I don't think it is, to be honest. The wheels are just a bit too floppy in there. But it still looks funky, and I'm happy with it. So, yeah, Can Opener. More bite than a great white. That's going over there. All of these robots need varnishing. The last robot, and I'm very, very happy with how this came out, is Eruption, using the modular flipper. And here it is. And I didn't think a wedge flipper would be possible with the way that it was all built. What I did was I cut down the flipper to about there. I actually cut down the module at an angle, which is easier if I show you the inside. As you can see, this gear sticks out a little bit, but that ultimately doesn't matter. It doesn't affect the robot in any way. And then just built the body of it round it using Vogt Saxon's build instructions as a rough guide. Some of it I didn't use because obviously the dimensions changed. The flipper itself is made out of a tough plastic, so it shouldn't bend too much, one hopes. He says as it starts to bend. Yeah, it's pretty cool. You can see the underside there. It's got a lot of airspace in between the wheel and the edge of it. Yeah, I think it needed that, but yeah, I really like how this came out. I'll do a quick size comparison with Behemoth, because these two are sort of rivals. It is quite large, as you can see. 2 flippers built very differently. Very, very happy with how these have come out. And yeah, my plans going forwards for Hexbug robots include Hypershock, Texas Twister using Hexbug Tombstone, that's going to be fun. Cobalt using Hexbug Matilda. Ignition from Extreme Robots using a Bronco. I've already started that one actually. It is here. And I did some prototyping. Ignore this bit sticking out, that's going to be attached to that in the long run. Front hinge flipper. Sort of looked like push to exit. And I did some prototyping with a bit of cardboard, and when I first tried it, it just went boom. So that's what the elastic bands are for. Bungee. See if that works. Very over-engineered. What else am I doing? I can't remember now. There's a lot. I think I'm... Oh yeah, Orbi Blade. Looking forward to doing that one as well, because I love Orbi Blade. There's going to be some good robots coming out of it. There's one more robot to show you. And there is a whole video coming out behind this. So look forward to that as well once I've edited it. It's halfway done. Just got to edit some of the fights. This is my Lego robot Shatterstar. And this is a full working remote control Lego robot. So here is Shatterstar. It is a big tracked axe bot. It's a Shatterstar 2, because the other version, first one, that looked a lot like Jasper. That wasn't the idea at all. This one looks a lot more like the original design, which is that. Somewhat similar-ish. I think I underestimated how tall it would have to be to hold all the armour. But anyway, yeah, I love this thing. It is more sturdy than the original. And we'll give you a quick demonstration of the axe. Very cool. There he goes. And the tracks, of course, do the... Very nice. Good fun. Lego Power Functions, obviously, this started out as two different sets. It started as a Lego Technic car. I can't remember what the car is called. I can't show you the box because it's got all the spare bits in it. But yeah, it's over there, and I can't see its name anywhere, so I shan't read it. And the other one is the Tracked Racer, which is a really good starting ground for this, because you've got 2 motors, battery, receiver. You then have basically a remote control Lego vehicle. So you can build anything with it, and I built this using the track system that it provided. It is very nippy, this version. The axe works pretty well, and very complicated on the underside, as you can see. There's the battery pack, and I'm going to turn it off to save a bit of battery. Lovely. Shatterstar Mark II. Very cool. It's got wedgelets as well, little hinge wedgelets, because you've got to be a try-hard wedgelet boy, haven't you? Pop that away down there, and that is all for this time. Hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, give it a like. Do subscribe to the channel if you like, if you're new, whatever, and I shall see you at some point very soon for something else. What I didn't say is that Lego Robots is a series that is going to be coming to YouTube very soon. I worked with David on the project. I was the second driver and did all the sort of graphics for the individual robot cards, etc. Anyway, your first glimpse at it will either be before RoboNerd or during the RoboNerd Creator Week, where there is an international special. Very, very fun. Do check it out. That is it. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.